Hmm. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, wait. Yeah, was that like Blue's Clues with the whole Steve where he went, Blues, you do, we can do. It's kind of curious if like the whole origination, that concept behind like Steve and Blue's Clues, it was just like everyone theorized that he was definitely on something good. Just like you got a talking blue dog that puts clues all over the house, and then you just every time there's a clue involved, somehow you go on this weird trip to like a painting or something like that. It's just really quite something else. So, good evening, you wonderful fluff butts. This is another evening edition of Bitz with Splitz, the Dutch Ender Dragon. Big apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for coming tonight. How are y'all doing? I'm glad you're all here. So if you guys got any questions you'd like to ask this Dutch Ender Dragon, I'm all ears. Look at these giant ears. I am more than willing to answer anything you got. Please do your best to keep it safe for work because there are probably minors watching. So we gotta, we just gotta keep it, for the little ones, So how are you guys doing tonight? I'm kind of curious. So, and it is also a donation stream tonight. It is for the Wounded Warrior Project. I'm doing it live on YouTube. I'm doing it live on Facebook. I'm doing it live on Instagram because I am too lazy and I do not understand OBS streaming very well. So I just do it this way, the good old fashioned work harder, not smarter approach. Sorry, folks. I need to get better at that. I need to just like find the dummy guide or YouTube it on how to do OBS streaming for dummies because I just don't know what's going on. I'm just like, all right, I'm live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on Instagram, boom, I'm ready to go. I guess what's the difference is like one click of a button, then your OBS stream kind of does it all simultaneously at the same time, and then you got to upload it. And I was starting to kind of figure it out a few months ago, then my brains just went, I'm like, ugh. Anyway, so sorry I've been taking a bit of a break lately. Is long story short, I've been having a lot of nights. My Bean, who is my fiance, as you guys might see here, yes, we are engaged. So he is my hubby Yeen, soon to be. And some of the nights, we just like to just chill, watch a movie, be all romantic and all that stuff. And that to me, that's a priority because don't get me wrong, and the utmost respect for all furry streamers. If you do, have a significant other and you find a way to make time, but it's just for me, it's like I'm getting better at it, and in time is just the same thing. If I got, if my SO wants to hang out, it's much more important to me to make him happy than, it's a 50-50. I get it, but I prioritize my love for him, and it's just like streaming's fun. I do enjoy it, as you guys can tell, and I really appreciate that you all swing in and say hello to me. But yes, my Yeen Bean, he is the love of my life. I'm sorry, I can't help but brag about him. Anyway, what do we got here? Let's see. Okay. How is my day going? Let's see. Zakush, I think. Hopefully I pronounced that right. My day is going fantastic. I actually just got home like less than half, like an hour ago, give or take. I had to, I cooked dinner. I put some things away. As you can see, the apartment is a little bit in disarray. If you saw on Twitter from Pitt, my fiance, he mentioned that there's a lot of water coming in. No crap. At like 3 this morning, so I've been going since 3 a.m. this morning. So I'm like, no, like I woke up at about 3 a.m. Just heard bunch of water dripping, like raining, and I'm like, holy crap! Is it like a thunder, just crazy rain outside? No, we go in the bathroom, and there is like 1 to 2 inches of water on the floor, right through the ceiling fan. Water's just pouring through, and we're like, ah. So we ended up taking. It turns out one of the neighbors up on the second floor, a pipe burst in their apartment, and just water just went everywhere, including down here. And that was what we spent like the first 2 to 3 hours this morning, was cleaning up that water, getting the maintenance crew to come and fix the pipe, and it's Yeah. I'm still in good spirits, but it was something else. All right, what do we got here? I'm here. I was watching my friend do a stream. Just wanted to let everyone know somehow my friends, Facebook, and other accounts have gotten hacked. Just stay safe and don't click on anything strange. Oh yeah, absolutely, Mike. I totally agree. Is that be very, very careful for you fluffs. Don't get me wrong. I love Facebook. I love furry Facebook. I love streaming to it. I love posting, sharing art, getting to know new fluffs, making all sorts of wonderful fluff friends. But be very, very careful. And especially due diligence is that when you're helping your friend out, if they get their account hacked, put a big giant message out there. Be careful. I'm a derpy when it comes to like hacking. There's this one person that was like, "Oh, I am the Prince of Nairobi." It was one of those ones. I was like, "Hey, money," but then, but then hubby's like, "No, no, no, that's a hack. That's a hack." I'm like, "Oh." I kind of knew, after a couple questions, I'm like, "Okay, this is obviously a hack." And he's like, "No, no, no, I am Maria. I am Christian. I am not here to take." No, like it was like one of those situations, and I'm just like, block. So be very, very careful, folks. There are hackers out there. There are some sick individuals. They will hack your account. They'll ask for money. They'll ask for your whatever you do. Don't give them money. Nothing in life, unless you're getting an actual product like a fursuit or art made or something that's tangible. Don't, or if you're donating money to like these nonprofit organizations, that's a different story. You got someone that's giving you some little story of they're in Africa or they're a lot or what was this one doing? Oh, if you give me $300, you will be entered into this thing, and you will get $19,000 from this so and so. Hacks, all hacks. Be very careful, folks. Those of you that are new to that, be very, very careful what you click on, who you talk to. There are some very, very sick individuals out there that, yeah, they're there to take your money. They're going to hack your account. And then before you know it, they're just going to start messaging your friends and start asking them for money. And so do your best. Be careful. If it sounds too good to be true, don't do it. All right, what do we got? Let's see. Michelle Garwich says, since I had auditions for Drumline today, this on my mind. Have you ever played a musical instrument? If not, which one would you have wanted to play? That's actually a really good question, Mitchell. Let's see. Oh, hi, Winter Husky. How are you? So, instrument-wise, yes. For instruments, over the years, I've actually done a couple different things. Back when I was in middle school, which is like the way back machine. Don't me mention. I'm old. I'm an old Dutchie. I'm an old fart. In middle school, I actually could play piano, like the keyboard. Like they had this class. It was called keyboarding. So I signed up for it. I'm like, all right. It was with a music teacher, and you got the sheet of music, and that was your assignment for like the day. Is that if you were ready to play the song, you played it on the piano or the electric keyboard, and if you played the song, reading the music and everything, just played it without the chords, you got like a B or B plus. If you played the song with chords while reading the sheet music, you got an A or like an A minus. If you played the song flipped over just from memory and you played it on the piano, boom, you got an A. But if you played the song and the chords both at the same time with the sheet music flipped around, you got an A plus. I had a lot of A pluses in that class. I really enjoyed music, so I can do piano really well. If I practice, anything, practice makes you better and brush up on it. I would actually be really, really good at it. Hi, how are you? Let's see, who are you? Let's see, Jasso. Hi, how are you? So, and then over the years, I've got, I can sing a little bit. Maybe at the end of the stream, I'll feel in a good mood. I might sing a little piece for you guys and let you all know what you think. I heard through the grapevine that this Dutchie can sing a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. But, and then I can also drum. I discovered that actually like pretty recently, like a few years ago. I work with disabled veterans, and one of our biggest, most successful programs with veterans that are having drug and alcohol and psychological mental health issues is music therapy. So the thing we used to do back in Minnesota, that's where I'm from, it was a special program. It was called the Creative Veterans Got Talent. So a bunch of veterans would get up on stage. They would do jam sessions with the guitar. They would drum. They would sing or play piano, whatever they did. And it was one of the greatest, most successful recovery programs to help them kind of alleviate their issues as well as to find a way of healing through music and voice. And at one point, we went up there, and there was this one gentleman. He really was good at the guitar. He could just jam out like many, many songs. He was very talented. So I went up there, and he started doing Sweet Home Alabama on the guitar. And just from like, I've never done it before. I went up there, and I started. I just started going to town on the drum set. And he like looked, he's like, keep going. I'm like, oh yeah. So I can actually drum too. So I can do piano, I can drum, I can sing a little bit. If I could probably figure out bass guitar pretty quickly, but regular guitar, I could, it's the same thing, folks. The biggest thing that's most important, if you ever want to learn a new instrument, it's not like overnight. Look at Nam from Run, Definitely Run. He didn't like just pick up a guitar and like overnight. He practices, he sings, he does all these different things to keep himself toned, to keep himself, flowing and going good and singing strong and all that. So a lot of musicians, they practice. It takes time. So yeah, exactly. If I got back into it, I could get pretty good at it, but I just become so busy. But I definitely should get a guitar. That's very inspiring. Let's see. Congratulate. Why, thank you, Beth. I really appreciate it. Okay, so Beth McFadden. My goodness, I'm getting questions up the yin yang. I love it. All right, I'm glad. Thank you, guys. I met my yin bean. This is actually a funny story. Just about a year and a half ago, I had a friend over visiting at my house, and he had a friend come over and visit too. And like later that night, I went and talked to who turned out to be Pitt. We got talking a little bit and kind of, we hugged in a little bit, and I love hugs. And a few weeks later, I messaged him and I asked him out. I figured, why not? I had a recent breakup with a fox, and I was like, didn't work out. So I asked this yin out. We go and just hit it off. We hung out at each other's places. We did love, all that cool stuff, hugs and kiss. Don't want to get too mushy, and then just about like about 5 months ago, it'd been about a year or so since I know it seems a little soon, but one of our last nights visiting another friend in Dallas, I asked him to marry me. I like to go from literally being like in the closet bisexual to dating quite a few women, and it never really working out completely. And then finally, I dated a couple guys, and one didn't work out, two didn't work out, then third strike. I asked him, and a few days later, he said yes. So I am about to be. So this dragon is about to marry a yin. So it is possible. Yins and durs can fall in love. It's very interesting how it works out. Look at Carvo and Kaiser, another dragon and another hyene fell in love, and who knows, they might get married someday too. It's just amazing how it just like complete opposites attract. Like, what's the yin got to do with the dur, with like the personality, it just somehow it clicked. We got so many, like I'm the yin to his yang. Like I'm very extroverted, but he's very introverted. But then somehow we kind of bring out the best in each other. So it's amazing. All right. Yes, my friend did a stream about it. It's been dangerous hacks and scams with that grant thing. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a great mention there, Mikey. Is be very, very, very careful of that hack. If you guys have seen it, it's the one where it's oh my goodness. Her name is Agent X or something like that, and it's on Facebook. My regular I have a non-furry Facebook account. What? Oh, why? Thank you so much. I'm very excited. I can't wait to I'm looking forward to it. I had like a little moment of being like, oh, you know, you get the jitters before you get married with somebody, man, woman, whatever. You just, but I'm like, no, I love him more than anything else on earth, and I didn't, you know, I never imagined many years ago that I would actually be marrying, you know, a man or a gay marriage. I never imagined that. I was in, like I was saying, I was in the closet, but I never imagined that I would be marrying a man. And I'm just like, you know what? It's a good thing. I'm very glad. I have no regrets. I look forward to this, Dean. He's my cup of tea. I can't still. I'm sorry, guys. I'm rapping about how much I love him, but obviously, you know, if it wasn't going to go forward, then yeah, I wouldn't stop talking about him. But he has definitely been a big pinnable part of my life. Hi. But yeah, so going off that, yeah, back to that hack thing, it's like Agent Z or Agent X, and it's like a female. It's like a government special program. You give them your information, give them your address, your phone number, and eventually they're going to ask for your Facebook password. Do not, no, do not do that. Bad idea. Bad furry. Don't do that because that's what's going to do when they get that. Boom. They're in your Facebook account. They're portraying as some sort of crazy spammer or whatever or scammer. Be careful who you know get interact with on the internet. There are a lot of interesting people out there. Just be careful. You know, interact with one of the easiest ways. Yeah, a normal furry friend that's messaging you on Facebook or Instagram, any of these platforms now they can probably have. If they start asking those sort of questions like your name, your address, your phone, yeah, unless they are absolutely 100% trust that individual, if you're going to meet them up for like a furry meetup or something, do not, do not give them your information because the more they have, the more they can do. And I guess I don't got to tell you guys that, but it's good to definitely speak up about that because there are sick people out there. All right, let's see. Make sure I'm answering all my questions. Oh. Whoops. There we go. Okay, make sure I'm. Oh yeah, absolutely. And if you guys got any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. I got a lot of different things that I could ramble for a whole hour. I'm not kidding. But anyway, so let's see. What else? Oh, we got B-Man. Hello, my friend. I wish you would put a congrats again. Well, thank you, B-Man. It's been absolutely amazing. I really look forward to it, and he's really, you know what? I don't want to just thank, you know, the Yin Bean. It's really, I've thought about it over the last couple of years, and not just like, you know, my future husband, but also the fandom has. Well, don't get me wrong. There are negative parts of the fandom, but let's go into that next subject. Let's go into all the great things that I found within the fandom, and we can rap about it. You guys can go ahead and ask questions. You can talk about great things about the fandom because that's what's going to bring it up. That's what's going to make it seem like a great and wonderful thing. And if you know, if you talk down and create drama and all that stuff, that we can't focus on that, folks. Those individuals have dug their own little, you know, self-deprecating graves and whatever. Just keep them there. Don't stay away from the toxics. I've seen it. I've had friends that are that. So I understand what it's like. Toxic individuals that go into the fandom, they do everything from talking smack about furries behind their back. They will be very manipulative. They will be narcissistic, sociopathical. They will be your best friend. They'll do a bunch of things to try to use you. As soon as they're done using you, guess what they're going to do? Oh, look at me. I got 50,000 followers. I don't need you anymore. Bye. Be careful. Or they'll take your money, just, you know, create that whole self-deprecating pity thing. Uh-oh, I'm getting blurry on one of the cameras. Ah, I'm back. But yeah, be careful, beware of those toxic individuals. They are not there for you. They are not your friends. Surround yourself because before you know it, one of the biggest things, and this is from personal experience, there's a lot of things I've learned from the fandom. I'm still new and learning, but I'm a wise Dutchie. I've learned I'm very observational. One of the biggest things I noticed is that these toxic type of individuals, my former roommate was very much one of those. Very talented, very, very crafty, but was very toxic. Went on, and this isn't kidding, went behind my back, went on furry Facebook and Twitter, DM'd one of my favorite furry idols, and just said, "Oh, Splitz is a he's a he's a spammer. He's a creeper. He's gonna follow you and kill you in your sleep." And I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me!" I didn't believe it, but then this big furry individual that was Twilight Saint. I'm sorry, I'm gonna mention the name, but I love him to all dear God. He's one of my idols. He's one of the biggest reasons I got into the fandom and became a Dutchie because hey, he's a Dutchie. He's a pilot. Does a lot of cool stuff in the fandom, and I'm like, all right, I want to be like this guy. So the last thing I want to create is any drama, and that's what my former roommate did. And usually he doesn't talk much, but man, he like DM me. He's just like, I find it disrespectful. You talk about me like that. I'm like, who? I didn't say any of this stuff. So I found out from his mutual friend, send me some DMs, and I'm like, oh no, the mighty screenshot. Sent me messages that she was DMing to Twilight Saint and said just horrible things about me. I'm like, so at one point, a lot of my friends, close friends, furry friends, all that right away said, get out of her, like get rid of it. I'm just like, she's naive, she's got a lot of issues, but some people that are just purely evil and hateful at heart, toxic, jealous, anything under the sun. They will do anything to make you look like a piece of crap. And that's what she was doing. My main idol went and said all these horrible things about me that were completely untrue, and then found out eventually, got talking to the mutual friend. Now, me and the mutual friend are good, and eventually Twilight and I are starting to talk a little bit here and there again. So I'm like, because he's got to be very careful with who he interacts with, and I'm like, so it took time, but time heals. So now we do talk, and completely, I'm out of the blue because we had proof, because even the friend showed Twilight as well as me the stuff that this roommate was doing. I'm like, just shaking my head. Even proof. I wish I had a camera recording the situation. The boyfriend, a few months later, I showed him this information, and he looks and he's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Would I lie?" We confronted the individual, runs off crying, and we're like, playing the victim. So trying to make me look like the bad person. I'm like, I'm not mad. I'm not going to kick you out. I'm just asking you why. Why do you want to do these things? If you're jealous of me, please tell me you're jealous. What have you got to be jealous about? I got a cute suit that you made for me. That's the biggest thing I love about her still. I'll still hold a dear place for her in my heart. Despite all the horrible things her and her boyfriend did, I still love them. But it's just, made my suit, helped my furry life come to life, and made me a Dutchie. I mean, she did a pretty good job, don't you think? Despite the negativity and all the screaming and all the drama, and kind of that's one of the things is she's always wondering about is all the drama. I'm like, yeah, you started. So, but now it's like, we're mutual, we still talk, but I'm just like, when you start doing drama stuff, so I had to get the toxicity out of my life, folks, because the last about year, the first year I was around them, I was getting dragged down. There's, when they were like, oh, be jealous of this person, I'm just like, maybe, I let the toxic behavior start to consume me. You know how like Spider-Man 3, when Venom kind of consumes him and turns him into like a jerk? that's kind of what I felt like in that relationship with the former roommate. I was becoming like Spider-Man turning into Venom. I was becoming a little more, I wasn't like completely toxic, as you guys see my streams. I'm happy, I'm go lucky, I love and respect everyone. But then behind the scenes, I would just be like, that person's kind of a jerk because my former roommate said they're a jerk. I'm like, let me give it some time. And then I get to know them, like, they're actually pretty nice people. You can't just, not talk to people and assume things and just, from one bad message, assume they're. So, long story short, if you want to get out of toxic, if you want to be less of a toxic person and happier and more positive, get rid of the toxic people. They may seem like your friend, but they're just going to drag you down with them. They're going to bring you down to their level. So you're going to act like they do. You're going to think like they do. And before you know it, you're going to be one of the most hated people, or even small time hated people in the fandom. We don't have time for that, folks. Stay with positive, loving, caring furries out there. I met so many wonderful, caring fluffs out there that have really helped me be more positive and have a more positive outlook. So that's my biggest recommendation. Surround yourself with positive, happy, successful individuals. It doesn't even have to be a furry. It can be a parent. It can be an idol, a celebrity. All sorts of people out there that it's great to idolize. Even superheroes. A lot of those furries are really into comic books and superheroes. So there you go. Idolize Spider-Man. Idolize Superman. Or idolize like me. I idolize like Twilight Saint. I love what he does. I love what he does outside the fandom. He freaking flies. He pilots. Jets and stuff for the Navy, and the Navy, it's great, and that's so cool and wonderful. And I'm just like, hey, I'm a Navy fluff too, so we have something in common. We both like to dance. I met and talked with him even at Megaplex during the final dance comps as he was in Rays. I'm like, so there you go, folks. Surround yourself with positive people, and you're going to become a positive person yourself. That's my biggest piece of Dutchy advice, to get rid of toxicity, drama, anything in your life, and you will find yourself a whole new side of yourself that's positive, that has good affirmations, that has ambitions, hopes, dreams, all that stuff. Even sometimes my yin being, he gets a little down on himself, and he wish it, at one point he's like, I wish I was more positive like you. And I brought it to his attention. You can. It takes practice. I didn't just wake up one morning and say, oh, hey, the sun's shining, the clouds are thin, everything's going great. No. That's not how it works. You can start small and just work your way up. Instead of being like, it's just kind of like an attitude adjustment, really. That's what I learned. I used to be, many years ago, before the fandom, yes, I was mostly positive, but I also had a lot of negative energy. I was depressed. I was angry. I had a lot of people that were, hence the scars of my past. I had some bad stuff happen to me while I was in the military, while I was at, working for the government. The idea is, if you let it, it will consume you. It will ruin your life. I learned is just always keep the head up. Like I said in my messages, I used to message the positive messages, the positive phrases and words of inspiration phrases. One of them was keep your head up, eyes forward, and always smile at the sun, and the world will smile back. No matter how bad things got, I kept telling myself, it's going to get better. I'm going to make something of myself. So I bared down. I finished my school. I got my therapist. Yes, I am a licensed therapist. But I went through a lot of hell in the process of being mistreated as an assistant, everything from, trust me, I don't want to go into details, but keep the head up and positive. Even if you have the worst day of your life, if you have a positive outlook or effect on it, it won't really seem that bad. Instead of saying, oh man, my car broke, maybe be like, well, maybe I needed to get this mechanical issue done. Or maybe it could be worse. I could not have a car at all. I could be homeless. I could not have a dime to my name. I could have an incurable disease. A lot of things that could be worse off than your car having issues. Um, I know, I've been there, I've done that. It's all about having a positive effect and outlook on life, and just I'm not even saying you have to be religious or anything. It's all about positive outlook. The fan has made me a much more positive, happy person. Do I have a little bit of disagreements with some fluffs? Yes. Do I still love and respect them no matter what? Yes. Even my former roommate suit maker. Do I respect them? Yes. Am I going to trust them with stuff anymore? No. So that's pretty much what's been going on in a nutshell. But yeah, it's all about, okay, what do we got now? Oh yeah, I'm not kidding, Mike. I'm not about like screenshots or anything, but I probably could if you guys really want. No, seriously, no, I'm not kidding. Like literally, DM'd the Twilight Saint and said I was a creeper. I was going to like, oh my goodness, obsessed, and I'm just like, I said like, oh my god, Twilight Saint. I'm so excited. He's my idol. That's like all I said, and then just turned it into that. I'm like, but I forgave her. That's the biggest, most toughest thing. Hence, the reference to Spider-Man 3. Remember how he gets all toxic and he turns into, Venom and he turns into a jerk? One of the biggest, and you learn the different morals of each of the movies. One of the biggest things that he could not find the heart to do with, I forgot, it's been many years since I watched it, the sand guy, that he couldn't find forgiveness. He was filled with hate. He was filled with toxicity. And look what it did to him. He started, instead of just like capturing bad people, he was killing bad people out of anger. He knocked down Mary Jane, like, and almost hurt her too. And that was that last part. The woman he loved, he ended up hurting her out of anger because he let anger, jealousy, toxicity consume his body like the Black Venom suit. But in the end, guess what he did? He ended up forgiving Belker. I'm sorry, I'm not the best with names. If you guys can recap me, the sand guy, the big Sandman guy, he forgave him, and that's the biggest, most toughest thing that you can ever do. And I know it's really tough. Sometimes people will do something that's unforgivable. It can be something toxic. It can be traumatizing. It can be sexual. It can be anything. The toughest, biggest, most important gap it's doable, folks. It takes practice. It's just letting go and forgiving and moving forward. It's about just taking a look and being like, you know what happened? The past is the past. Instead of letting it drag you on, if you let the past drag you, see that? It'll be like a hook in your back. Believe me, I'm a veteran. I have some PTSD. I have some other issues going on. I've been so happy over the last couple of years, thanks to the fandom, because the biggest, most important thing to learn is you find coping strategies and coping mechanisms to help deal with your traumas. Before you know it, that hook that's in your back, that's your past, that's your traumatic events. Those are people that have wronged you, situations that have wronged you. If you sit there and you're depressed about it, you don't let go of that hook, it's just going to stay there. Once you learn to forget, and do your best to move on and get better at it, there's lots of coping strategies. Guess what happened? That hook that is your past is gone. It's not there anymore. Keep your head up and your eyes forward. Look at the here. Look at the now. Think of all the great things that are coming amongst us. And believe me, we've all been through a lot over this last year and a half now. I mean, we had the coronavirus pandemic, one of the worst, craziest, most politically blown up, just mind blows in years. Huh. But we're getting through it. We're getting through it together. You, me, we're all getting through this together, folks. We're still streaming. We're still thinking positive. Think of positive things in your life. Think of, your favorite video game. Do things that make you happy. Those are some of the things that have really helped me over the years. I started doing furry stuff. I started dating. I finally found someone that actually loves me for me. And before I know it, I got a better job. I got promoted, even though I get, sometimes little issues, but I kept my hands up, kept moving forward, because I knew at some point in time, hard work will pay off, folks. Like I had to go to, to finish up the therapy school. I had to get a whole nother degree. I already have a degree, and now I got another degree, and I'm about to finish my master's degree because I didn't give up. I kept moving forward and saying, you know what? I'm going to get somewhere. I'm going to do something. I know it's not you, and some people say it's not me, but that's the biggest thing is to just, when times are tough, you got to be tougher. You got to be stronger. That's what's most important, folks. Some of the most successful individuals out there. I bet, let's use it for example, my idol, Twilight Saint. I bet sometimes in his pilot school, I bet he questioned, oh my gosh, this is hard. This is tough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pass this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to land this jet or take out or whatever. But he has held up. He did it, studied, passed his exams, passed his flight out, all that good stuff. And look at him now. He didn't give up. Some of the most successful people out there, as soon as you give up and quit, that's it. That's it. You can get back up. Keep fighting. Keep going for it, folks. I'm trying to be a motivational kind of Dutchie with you guys. And that's what's most important, folks, is do not give up. Look at even some of the idols, some of the geniuses of the past. Albert Einstein, he failed. He flunked out of school. And look, he became one of the biggest, most influential astrophysicists of his time, because it wasn't really he was stupid. He just didn't do things. He did things and solve equations differently than everyone else. And then they found out. That's when he, eventually turned into a physicist and the patent office, all that good stuff. And there you go. That's how he became, how he's known. Let's go. Helen Keller, blind, deaf, and she was a little slow. No one could figure it out until finally, crap, I forgot, the one that helped her got her to realize that there was a way to get through to her. Finally, then Helen Keller, she went on to college, Ivy League, did a bunch of cool stuff because she never gave up. Her caretaker never gave up on her either. Before you know it, you find that hook, that angle, that you can do anything you want to, folks. If you don't have enough money, maybe get another job. Maybe save up money. Maybe if you're doing furry, do art stuff, do suits, whatever you can to make more money. Or if you need to look at your spending, find ways to spend less. If you're feeling sad, find ways to be happy. Sometimes medications do work if you need it, but sometimes just taking in the weather, living in the present, just learning to keep your head up and smiling, and just thinking all the good things that are in front of you, that's what I learned to do. Sorry, folks. I'm sorry I did a TED Talk for a little bit. Oh, thank you, Bane. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I mean, yeah, thank you so much. I know I'm not a creeper. I message people. I'm very forward, if that makes any sense. So I'm very extroverted. And to blend in with a world of very introverted individuals, which a lot of furries are, I guess that once they get to know me, I'm actually, most of them are really, know I'm pretty, cool. Huh? But like even Darwin, I got to know him over, the last year or so, because he's very introverted, but he got to know me better, that I'm like, oh, hey, I'm not a creeper. Because believe me, he's told me he's had creepers that are just clout chasing or wanting to get into his pants and all sorts of stuff. I'm like, no. I'm not there to do any of that. I'm there. I want to get to know him better as like a person as well as a person. So before you know it, Now we're talking. We're like buds. We hung out in Dallas a few months ago, and he is freaking awesome. He's just like, are you as cool as your persona? No, I met him, at work. We went and played video games. We went to another place to play video games. I'm just like, well, I mean, it was to learn, and that's how he learned about me. Is that's how much I cared about him as a person. I flew with my Bean all the way to Dallas, Texas, to hang out with Darwin to help cheer him up, because that's what really good, true friends would do for each other. It was expensive, but I eventually, I do okay financially, so I paid it off and everything. But it was for him to show that, I'm like, hey, I'm not a creeper. We're really good friends. And that was the test of the friendship, was like how much I'm willing to do to help somebody out, to help them feel better. And that's what I'm all about, folks. I love getting to know new flukes. I'm a people pleaser. I do my best to make everyone happy, even if it's at my own expense. Sometimes I'm even not happy myself. I have my sad days. I have my depression days. I understand how you guys feel. I've been there. I do that. I still do to this day. I have sad days. I have anxiety days. Yes. One thing I keep telling myself every time, and this is something you can definitely do. One of the best pieces of advice: it will get better. You will pass. I've had anxiety issues, and I just tell myself it will pass. So if you have anxiety issues, just keep telling yourself, I'm safe. No one's around me. No one's going to hurt me. You can even put your hand on your stomach and just take some breaths. You can listen to calming music, play some video games, take something to take your mind off it, because anxiety is when you're fearing too much about stuff that isn't happening or stuff that's in the future. That's what I learned. I'm worried about, oh my goodness, what if I don't do good on this test? Oh my goodness, what if this furry I talked to doesn't like me? I have those issues. I understand. But then you can use those intrusive negative thoughts and reverse it with positive thoughts. My thoughts go from, oh my gosh, what if I don't know this furry? And I tell myself, as well as have, it's good to have a good support network of friends that say, just talk to them like you do you and me. So in time, oh wow, I turned gray. Aw, why thank you. I really appreciate it, you guys. And please don't another thing is, when I'm messaging, if you guys DM me on Telegram, that's the best way to get a hold of me, is to definitely talk to me on Telegram. I will do my best. I have a lot of flukes. I have a lot of, not as many followers as like a big name, but I'm getting there. And if I don't DM you right away, I'm so sorry. I explained it. I'm not being mean. I really want to talk to each and every one of you, but I'm a busy Dutchie, hence the saying. I'm a full-time worker. I work in therapy, on 9 to 5, 5 days a week. I volunteer 1 day a week. So I'm working 6 days a week. I'm also a full-time student. I'm finishing up my master's degree in therapy, as well as I do a lot of furry admin stuff for different meetups. I do a charity. I do a nonprofit. I got a lot my paws in a lot of pies. So I'm sorry if I don't talk to you guys all the time or message you instantly. I really do want to get to meet every one of you. Probably conventions or Telegrams, the best way to talk to me. I'll have to get my notebook in a second. I think I have the notebook that shows my Telegram tag. So talk to me on Telegram. It's the best way to talk to me. If you message me on YouTube, if you message me on Instagram, if you message me on Facebook, I will eventually get to you. But like Telegram's like that's my main drag. That's the main thing I talk on. Let's see. Okay, enough about myself. All right, what do we got here? Oh, wow. You're a veteran, Splitz. Wow, I've been reading about PTSD and another psychological diagnosis in my abnormal psych class. COVID, I think, is finally coming to an end. Cases are coming down. Vaccinations are still going up. I think this winter will look better than last winter. Yeah, I totally agree with that, Beeman. Is that definitely that's a positive thing too. Keep a positive outlook. The vaccinations are going up. COVID's going down. They've also got different options. You can do the hydrochloroquine if you want. You can do the ivermectin if you want. those have showed, I mean, certain things that, and I'm not going to get political, but those seem to be as effective as well. But yes, please be careful, do your best, wash your hands, still, if you can, wear your mask, or if you're vaccinated, if you want to, please do, if you can, to protect yourself and protect others. Because no kidding, I had COVID just about a year ago. It's been almost 1 year since I had COVID. I run marathons. I'm very healthy. I eat, I eat like kale. I'm like one of those health nuts. I thought I was unstoppable. No, I got COVID. COVID was not fun. I sat on this couch right here, right next to me, back in the house, and for 2 nights, I couldn't even sleep. I had to sit up in order to fall asleep. So COVID's no joke, folks. But after that was before the vaccines were rampant. As soon as the vaccine came, I'm like, shoot me up, doc, shoot me up. Because I'm like, I did not want to go through that again because I'm perfectly good and healthy, and that really kicked my butt. I lucked out, and thank God I made it through. So I was still able to stream with you guys. I was still able to meet you guys and go to these conventions, go to fursuit dance comps. I'm so glad that I beat COVID, not because I'm better than everyone else, because what drove me was a positive attitude. It's proven statistically that having a positive attitude can actually fight diseases. They've done studies and research that people with like anything from cancer to regular communicable diseases can actually. Hi, how are you? Do you organize meetups just for your area or for around like America? Oh, okay. I had some questions. Whoops. Okay, so I got a question on Instagram. I'll get to you in a little bit, Beeman. I think I answered your stuff. Was that, if things are going back to normal, mostly. Still be careful, though. COVID is real. Statistically, hopefully you don't get too sick, but if you can, get the vaccinations, be prepared, do your best. And it's even a revelation is that not just social distancing to avoid COVID in general, the best way to avoid a lot of communicable diseases is to definitely social distance and wash your hands. I work in a hospital. I know. I wash my hands, wear face masks. I do all that stuff now, and I'm very glad because I did get COVID, but now I got vaccinated. I get it. Hopefully, I don't get it again. But if I do, the vaccination's proven to be pretty effective. So there we go. Anyway, okay, what's my nonprofit? Ah, perfect. So if you guys get a chance, this is the Helping Paws charity organization. See there, looking at backwards. There you go. So this is the nonprofit that I started just about Christmas of 2020 because one of my good friends, Benji the Beagle, was having financial issues, and I was like, let's find a way to help him out. So that was how the Helping Paws charity started. So every quarter, so every 3 months, we do a random number generator. I do it in Google. We got a list. Right now, we're about 80 to about 100 participants, and we got a list of about 20 to 25 furries. That once the random number generator goes, someone is randomly picked, and they win whatever in the Helping Paws account. It's ranged anywhere from $1 to $200. So right now, that's just from free Goodwill donations of people just helping out with the charity. So we got that. The plan is that I'm getting some artists and suit makers to donate art and suit commissions to the Helping Paws charity. And then in the hopes that these individuals, instead of $1 to $200, they'll win 1,000, 2,000. And you believe me, if a furry doesn't have any money, it kills me. It kills me so much. What drove me to create this was not just Benji's situation, but going to conventions. And I understand. I know some people are irresponsible with money and go to conventions when they don't have the money to do so. I understand. I completely agree. But when I see some people that don't, have issues with jobs, they can't work because of, anxiety or issues, and they don't have any money at conventions, I feel so bad. Is that it's like, and if it's someone that got kicked out by their parents or whatever the situation, if it was their one dream to go to a convention, that's where the helping paws came to mind. When that person wins that money, they can use it for food. They can use it. It's free will. You don't. There's no specifications. That $100 to $200 that you get, and hopefully someday it'll be 1 to 2,000 or maybe even more. Once I get a Patreon account going, the majority of my patrons actually going to be going into the Helping Paws charity account, so I can help other fluffs out, because I want to use I want to use my subscriber profits to actually help others out. Don't get me wrong, I completely respect those furries out there that do the streamings and that's their job. That's how they make money. I got a day job, and yes, after Rob, pay Peter and Paul, then once I get an editor and all that going, then yeah, the leftovers all for helping other furries out, because I'm all about giving. I love helping others out. I helped others when I was a kid. I helped others in the Navy. I helped others work at like different jobs I had over the years. I love helping my patients. I love doing great things to help others out. So that's what's most important to me, is helping others. That's where the helping paws came to be. Okay, so the second question from Bane the Flu is, do I organize the meetups? Oh, so I'm the furry meetup of Orlando, Florida. So I am one of the owners. It's called the Orlando Furry Meetup. So if any of you fluffs are on Telegram, or if you're in the Orlando area, don't forget to DM me. And yeah, we're also on the Meetup app. So if you download the Meetup app as well on your phone, you can also join the Meetup in that way. It takes place in right around Baldwin Park, downtown Orlando. I'm one of the owners. So if you guys want to come and you want to meet some cool local fluffs, please, I obligate you. Do it. If you're living in Florida, or if you're coming to visit, please come Saturday nights at 9. My bad. Saturday nights at 4:30 in Baldwin Park. It's called Gators Dockside. Gators Dockside. So look that up, Baldwin Park, Orlando. So if you want to come there, do not hesitate. Come on out there. Bunch of wonderful, sweet, kind fluffs. My biggest rules: SFW, safe for work, and it has to be no drama. None of the, oh, he said, she said, no. That don't fly. So we're trying to keep it a positive, anti-toxic, just loving, accepting, very, very friendly environment. And that's the goal and plan of our meetup. And we do it every Saturday. So if you guys are in the Orlando Furry area, please do not hesitate. Come on out to Gators Dockside in Baldwin Park at 4:30 on Saturday. Every Saturday. I'm not kidding. Every Saturday, like every week. So come on out there. I'd love to meet you. You can come meet me. You can come meet my fluky friends. You can meet Arch. You can meet Bagel. You can meet all these wonderful fluffs that live in the greater Orlando area. So yes, I look forward to meeting any one of you. And if you want to give me a hug, as you can tell, as you've seen in my gifts, I like hugs. I'm very, very, I do enjoy huggies. And to think, almost 2 years ago, I didn't like hugs. That's how bad my like negative anxiety and all the issues I had going on. I was not a fan of hugs at all. I didn't feel the love. I didn't feel the embrace. Now, the fandoms actually helped me a lot. I love hugs. I feel this love again. I'm falling in love again. It's just like weird. So many great things have happened to me because of the fandom, folks. I already did a video for I think I did one for Benji about how it's done such great things in my life, and I don't regret it one bit. There are some negative parts of the fandom, but I ignore it. I ignore I flourish with positive furries, ones that are just kind, genuinely sweet, like Darwin the Fox. I'm throwing him under the bus because he is another one that I idol, because he's always positive. He's got a good attitude, just always just kind and gentle and nice to people. So those are the kinds that I idolize. So those are the ones that I love and respect more than anybody. And he's not, if somebody wants to talk to him, he's very down to earth, very chill. So it's, anyway. Okay. Oh yeah, for sure, B-Man. Um, AnchorCon 2022. Yeah, I'm actually very interested because I was going to go to AC 2021, and yeah, I was going to go to Anthrocon 2020, and yeah. But no, that's actually a really good plan. I think that's in June or July, I believe. So yeah, I will keep posted. I will update all my platforms of which conventions I'm going to. More than likely, I'm going to Midwest Fur Fest. So that's in about 2 months. So I'm so excited. So I can't wait. So if any of you fluffs are going to Midwest Fur Fest or MFF in Rosemont, Chicago, Illinois, I look forward to meeting every single one of you. Um, do not hesitate. I'll call myself if you're worried and antsy about meeting a poppy fur, I'm nowhere near a poppy fur or anything. But use me for practice. Come up and say hi to me and talk to me. How I am on this camera, how I'm doing all this stream, I'm very, you get to know me. For those of you that have met me in person, I'm about the same. So I don't change my demeanor much when I'm, live or on streaming. Yep. COVID was no fun. I had it for no, don't do that. There we go. I'm not. Why, thank you, Ben. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I do work in a hospital, so it's very stressful. But what it's taught me is I can handle that. I can handle anything. I worked with everything from right now. I work with Alzheimer's dementia, just sweet, wonderful, loving individuals that are just eventually losing their mind. So my best is to help stimulate, to help keep their mind cognitively stimulated, to help keep their because Alzheimer's dementia is your brain slowly but surely just kind of mushing away and kind of losing connections and all that. And my therapy sessions are to help stimulate and keep your brain maintained. So it's anything from doing like one-to-ones to doing games, we're doing current events, we're doing a bunch of stuff that stimulates their minds. So, I worked in acute psychiatric, the guys that are on suicide watch and dangerous people. I've also worked with drug and alcohol rehab. So it's like, I really appreciate it. And I think to myself, if I can take on those and none of them have killed me yet, I'm obviously pretty good and sweet and kind at what I do. So yeah, I'm very thankful that I've been blessed to be able to actually be that nice and just have a true compassionate for others. I do care so much about others. How much I care about my patients, I care about each every one of you. And I mean, I ain't acting. This is just how I am. I really do love and appreciate each and every one of you for coming and watching my streams, for watching me at dance competitions, for being there when I showed out my new big old stompies, my big 2.0 feet. So I really love getting to meet each and every one of you fluff butts. So yeah, do not hesitate. Use me as, I'll call myself Poppy Fur Practice because I'm not a Poppy Fur or anything. If you guys want to come and meet me at a furry convention, don't hesitate. Tap me on the shoulder. Be careful, don't like tackle me. I mean, I'm pretty strong, but if you want to come up, give me a hug or anything or talk to me for a little bit, I more than likely will be busy Dutchy. But if you want some time, I will definitely talk to as many of you as I can. I can't make no promises, but yes, I love getting to meet new fluffs. Oh, wait, what do we got here? I can't believe this. I can honestly say I'm honored to be in your presence. Oh, why, thank you, Bane. Oh, my goodness. You're making me blush. Pretty soon my whole head's going to turn red. I'm awestruck at how much you do for everyone. Thank you. So if you want to make a that's what he said, she said joke, can't wait. Yes. I wish I can be in Orlando now. Oh. Ooh, yay. The stompy. Yeah, I couldn't resist. That was one of the biggest things. Like one of my pictures blew up as soon as I got the 2.0 feet. Everyone's just like, ah, I love those feet. I want paw rubs. And I'm like, yeah, they are pretty cute. Let's see. Oh yeah, for sure. Keep me in the loop there, Beeman. That'd be actually really neat. So yeah, so it's like right around June to July. I'm totally down. Anthrocon would be so cool to go to. Let's see. Sorry, folks. I'm doing the peeking through my mouth because I can't see very good. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Mike. I really appreciate it. But yeah, absolutely. So if you go to Megaplex, that's my hometown. That's my hometown furry convention. Yeah, do not hesitate. I'd love to meet every single one of you. I'm actually running out of time, so I actually I kept talking. So as you can tell, I do not stop talking. If you get me going, if Darwin is in the stream, he can vouch. Anyone ask him that knows how much I talk, especially like texting him, he knows. I probably text him so much I make his poor head spin. I feel bad, but that's just how I am. I love meeting and talking. And no, literally in my Telegram it says I don't shut up. If you get me talking, I will not shut up. I'm not kidding. I will keep talking and talking and talking. Or if I'm happy, I'll keep talking. If I'm sad, I'll keep talking. And if I'm anxious, I'll keep talking. Because I love talking. I love getting to meet new individuals. In my job, I was an introvert that became an extrovert because I was very quiet and reserved, many years ago. I didn't really like talking to people. I was like a little bit here and there. I have my good days, my bad days, mostly bad days. But now I just learned to stop, not worry too much about what other people think. It's like the one song. You're either gonna like me or you're not gonna like me. So what? You got to be okay and accept the fact. And I told this to many fluffy friends. Some are worried. Oh, these people don't like me. This person doesn't like me. I told her, you got to just accept the fact that some people just won't like you, no matter how nice you are to them, no matter what. If you don't vibe their way, it ain't going to work out. But it's okay. Just because that one person does not vibe with you, if only there's about 4 million furries out there that you can go and meet instead that would vibe with you, take that chance. You got a great chance. I do my best. I like to think I get along with everybody pretty well. So yeah, I love to meet new people. And yes, I might come off as a little forward. That's my ADHD acting up. Yes, I have ADHD combined with PTSD. I'm a jambalaya of problems, folks. But what I learned over the years, I've calmed down and just learned, you know what? Just be happy with myself. Because if you're happy with yourself and confident, you'll learn to be confident and loved by others. That's what I learned. Is I'm happy and confident in myself. I may come off to some as little. I feel sometimes I do my best to be nice, but sometimes I feel like, oh, did I come off as arrogant? I'm trying not to. I'll do psychobabble and a bunch of the other stuff, but I do my best to be as kind and caring as I can be and to help others out. Because if I'm very, very up in someone's business, I'm not doing it to be me and I'm not doing it to be intrusive. I'm doing it because that's just the therapy, whatchamacallit, that's parasympathetic side of me is I love helping others. I want to make them feel cared for. I want to make them feel loved. And now to finish off, one of the greatest quotes I ever heard. One of the greatest quotes I just read the other day, and this is really good. This comes into play for everybody. You're not going to always remember what people said to you, whether it's good, bad, or mean. You're not always going to remember how people treated you or did to you. But you're always going to remember how that person made you feel. So if that person made you feel insulted, made you feel happy, loved, cared about, if they made you feel sad, anything. So do your best, folks. Make that best first impression. Make that individual, whether it be a fluff, big fluff, little fluff, show love, kindness, and compassion. Even in times you don't feel like doing it, even if you have to force it. I'll admit it, I'm not perfect. I force being kind and compassionate too, because in nature, more people, you'd rather just not be very nice. I love being I do it because I want to be nice and I want to help others. So there you go, folks. Kind, compassion, and love, you can't go wrong. You'll be loved and respected by way more people than hated. I guarantee it. Anyway. Oh yeah, I know, Mike. You talk. You're a talker. I know. Hi, how are you? Got a yeen? All right. Sweet. All right. And I know, like I was saying, I heard that some people have wanted to hear me sing. So I was mentioning earlier the one that asked me about like music and how I can do piano and how I can do different things. Are you guys ready? So to show you I can sing, I can't play the music because I'm worried about copyright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a classic. Oh, wait, actually, even better. All right, are you guys ready? We're going to go back in the day. This is in honor of Chester Bennington from Lincoln Park. Are you guys ready? Here I go. So I'm going to sing a song. So if you guys know this, this is how I like to finish my stream sometimes, is singing a song. So this is Breaking the Habit by Lincoln Park. Are you guys ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Just sing the intro. All right, here we go. Memories consume like opening the wound. I'm picking me apart again. You all assume I'm safe here in my room unless I try to start again. I don't wanna be the one the battles always choose, 'cause inside I realize, am I the one confused? I don't know what's worth fighting for or why I have to scream. I don't know why I instigate or say what I don't mean. I don't know how I got this way. I'll never be alright. So I'm breaking the habit tonight. Clutching my cure, I tightly lock the door. I try to catch my breath again. I heard much more than any time before. I had no options left again. I don't wanna be the one the battles always choose, 'cause inside I realize, am I the one confused? I don't know what's worth fighting for or why I have to scream. I don't know why I instigate and say what I don't mean. I don't know how I got this way. I'll never be alright. So I'm breaking the habit tonight. 'Cause I'm the one that falls. 'Cause I'm the one that falls. I'll never fight again. And this is how worth fighting for, or why I had to scream. But now I have some clarity. Still, you what I mean. I don't know how I got this way. I'll never be alright. So I'm breaking the habit. I'm breaking the habit. I'm breaking the habit tonight. Oh, I'm sorry, Peaches. I'm so sorry. I got really lost in the moment. Oh my goodness. Hi. Wait, can I do that? All right, I really got to go after I bring you in, okay? Because it's like, oh my goodness, I've been streaming for like an hour and a half, so we can sing it again.
Hello, human here.
Hi, how are you doing?
Could be better, could be worse. How are you?
Oh, good, good. I can't complain. I tell you what, it's after like singing like songs like that, it gets me going. Like I always liked Linkin Park, and sad and tragic what happened to Chester, but some of them songs are just they're so good.
They really are. I mean,
Hmm.
a small beacon of light in an era of bad music.
Oh yeah, 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 exactly.
I'm a record collector. I have over 1,000 LPs. Uh, so man, I can tell you what's good and what's bad.
Hmm.
That's good stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. Like the first time I actually sang that, I did a Megaplex 2019,
Yeah.
and holy moly, like I never saw so many fluffs get up and start clapping. I'm like, oh, I thought it. I was like, I didn't think it did that good, but I guess they thought I did okay. So,
Yeah. Hang on, my guy. I'm going to a room where it's a little less disgusting.
ah, gotcha.
So, hi, I'm Wiley, by the way.
Hi,
Wiley.
how are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, cool.
Uh, yeah, I'm doing good. Had a crap load of college work to do, got it done. I just wanted to say I love your suit.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, he was made just about he'll right around MFF will be 2 years old. So,
Really?
uh-huh.
Oh, my ex is actually a suit maker.
Oh wow.
They go by hyperactive hyena.
Somehow that's my goodness, that sounds somewhat familiar. I'm kind of like the name kind of it does ring a bell, actually.
They have a yellow hyena named Ruckus.
I know so many plus, but somehow just the name and everything, like if I see like a picture, then I'm like, oh yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, I get it. Oh man, but yeah, so that sounded really good, man.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I saw you trying to get into if you wanted to duet it with me.
I don't know if I can necessarily duet it very well, but I wanted to see if I could get some vocals out. I mean, since we're both here, why not?
Oh yeah, please do. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll let you do a little piece, and then after you're done, I really got to go.
Okay, my guy. Well, if I'm holding you up, we can go ahead and end it.
Oh no, 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 you're good. No, I want to hear you sing.
Okay. Well, before I start this, if anyone in the comments says this is from Sting, I must straight get mad. This is this is a song by the Zombies, Count 64. Uh, the way I feel inside is definitely different from Linkin Park.
Do it.
Should I try to hide the way I feel inside my heart for you? Would you say that you would try to love me too? This is where I die right here. I don't know if my voice can make it. uh, could have. Oh, nope, not happening. Sorry, I tried.
You can do it. You can keep going if you want.
He needs some milk. I don't think I can make it.
Right? Yeah, if I
Alright,
do
and
too
what's
many,
nice?
no, to be honest, if I do too many Lincoln Parks, then I got to get like a hot honey and lemon. I'll lose my voice, especially if I do that scream thing.
Yeah, you gotta get a good boba.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, get the. I always get the melon. Don't do the milk tea. Milk squirts for me. But
right.
like, I'll hit it up with like some melon black tea. Oh heck yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Anyways, man, it's nice talking to you. Sorry about that.
Oh no, absolutely, it's all good. I thought you did very well. You were very, I liked it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well you take care, man. Beautiful suit, like I said.
Oh, I thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You have yourself a good night, and yeah, keep practicing. You sounded great.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much.
Oh, for sure. All right, you have a good one, bud.
You too.
All right. Well, with that, folks, I must end my stream because it's been going for an hour and a half. Thank you so much for sticking on there with me. I hope you guys have a great night. Dutchy boops and hugs to each and every one of you. Don't forget, you are all loved. I love you all no matter what. Even if I don't like you, I'll still love you. I'll still love and accept you. You're my friend. Y'all my friends. Whether we have disagreements, I still got your back. You guys have a great night and take care, okay? Bye-bye. And then with that as well, thank you guys so much as well for being on my Facebook stream. I really appreciate it. And you guys, you take care and you have a great night. And if you follow me on Instagram, if you follow me on Twitter, if you follow me on YouTube, heck, even talk to me on Telegram. I love getting to meet new fluffs. You guys have a good night. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, absolutely.